1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I'm right, and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what bag I'm in. I am everyday people. That doesn't like the green one, that doesn't like the fat one. Trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks. And so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. We got to live together. I am no better, and neither are you. We're all the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't figure out the bag I'm in. I am everyday people. There is a long hair that doesn't like the short hair that live it. Don't help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks. And so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. We got to live together. That doesn't like the black one, that doesn't like the red one, that doesn't like the white one. Different strokes for different folks. And so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I am everyday people.
Welcome, everyone, to the Cincinnati Public Schools Back to School Community Event. My name is Kathy Wade, and I will be your host for this morning's program. The CPS Community Back to School event has been a tradition for our school partners. It is a moment for us to reflect upon the last year, appreciate how far we've come, and kick off the new school year. I think I can speak for all of us here in saying we've come a long way from last school year and have learned so much. Thanks to all of your help, CPS has been able to return students back to school for in-person learning, which is something I know parents and students are very happy about. CPS partnerships and an enriching relationship that strengthens the Cincinnati community. As a lead agency partner for Dater Montessori and a CPS partner, I can speak on behalf of all the amazing things partnering with CPS does. I have been partnering with CPS for over 30 years now, and I'm amazed at all the wonderful opportunities this relationship provided. Learning Through Art Incorporated was founded to engage, experience, and educate by building community through art. Thanks to our partnership with CPS, we'll present our Books Alive for Kids family adventure in September, featuring a Black anthology of music, The Resilience of Jazz. Kids and families can understand the resilience of Black culture, tracing the history of jazz as it parallels the founding of America. This event would not be possible without the help of Cincinnati Public School Jazz Ensemble, who you just heard at the top of the show, and many other wonderful art programs. Thanks to Cincinnati Public Schools, Learning Through Art Incorporated has been able to thrive and give back to the community that I love. Cincinnati Public Schools has a wonderful morning fun-filled activities for you as a way of saying thank you for your partnership with CPS. We have special presentations from the CPS Interim Superintendent, Tiane Amat, as well as CPS Board Vice President Randy Messer. There will be a special performance from some of our very own CPS students and interactive quizzes for you to answer with a chance to win some very neat prizes. We also have guest speakers from the YMCA, Girl Scouts, and a video from the DAD Initiative. Now, let's get started with signing you up so that you can get ready to be quizzed. follow the directions that are on the screen. First, visit communityevent.provirtualevent.com. Put that in to your line. Scroll down to the Pigeonhole chat box. Enter the code CPS 2021. Make sure you click on the check mark. Enter your attendee code, which is your email address. Update your profile with your first and last name in the same field. It simply means put your first and last name in the same box. And then remember to answer correct and fast, because speed is a factor in your score. And did we mention prizes? We have got some very cool swag bags from CPS as our prizes today, with some very surprising things inside. So, are you ready to be quizzed? Okay. Kicking things off, we have our Get to Know Your Partners quiz. So get your fingers ready, because speed has a lot to do with who wins. Now, this quiz is to test your knowledge of all the amazing things our partners do for CPS. And we're going to start with our very first question. Question number 1. How many partners participated in our Summer Scholars Program? Once again, how many partners participated in our Summer Scholars Program? You have 4 options: 44 partners, 85 partners, 111 partners, or 235 partners. Answer now. You've got 10 seconds, so let's think that through and get those answers in. Come on. All right. There we go. The correct answer is 111 partners. All of these wonderful organizations and businesses help CPS in their own unique way. Now, question number 2. How many lead agencies for resource coordination did CPS add this past year? How many lead agencies for resource coordination did CPS add this past year? The answers could be 2 new partners, 5 new partners, 6 new partners, or 10 new partners. Answer now. Think about that. 2, 5, 6, or 10. All right, we're there. The correct answer is 6 new lead agencies. These agencies are Miami University, Cincinnati Recreation Center, Heartfelt Tidbits, Elements, and my own organization, Learning Through Art Incorporated. Now, on to question number 3. How many of our community learning centers are currently supported by a resource coordinator? How many of our community centers are currently supported by a resource coordinator? Your options are 22, 39, 55, or 60. Answer now. Think about that. 22, 39, 55, 60. What do you think? All right, we're there. The correct answer is 39. CPS's community learning centers were launched in 2002 and have been successfully engaging the Cincinnati community ever since. Now, question 4. How many school-based health centers does CPS have? How many school-based health centers does CPS have? 10 centers, 15 centers, 25 centers, or 30 centers? Answer now. All right, that clock is ticking. Speed is so relevant in this competition. 10, 15, 25, or 30. The correct answer is 25 health centers. These school-based health centers not only serve CPS students, but the entire community. Question number 5. CPS recently rolled out the Learning Partnership Dashboard 2.0, where partners can connect to students they are actively serving. To date, How many students have been successfully rolled over and showing as connected to a partner through the LPD 2.0 system? Once again, to date, how many students have been successfully rolled over and showing as connected to a partner through the LPD 2.0 system? Is it 888, 912, 11,449, or 15,567? Answer now. A lot of numbers, a lot of impact. 888, 912, 11,449, 15,567. What do you think? Time's up. The correct answer is 11,449. If you are one of the partners who has not switched over to the new LPD dashboard, you can contact your school's resource coordinator to show you how you connect to our students. Now, let's take a look at the leaderboard and see who's in the lead. Well, take a look there. Big round of applause. Okay, folks. We're doing all right there. Thank you. And that wraps up our Get to Know Your Partners quiz. If you're not on the leaderboard yet, don't worry. There'll be one more quiz coming your way. Now, next, I am pleased to introduce our speaker from the Girl Scouts of Western Ohio, Julian Warren. Julian is the Director of Regional Services at the Girl Scouts of Western Ohio. The Girl Scouts do tremendous work for our CPS students, giving them the opportunity to learn vital life skills and form long-lasting bonds with their peers. Please join me as we give it up to our friend, Julian Warren.
Thank you so much for having me. So our mission at Girl Scouts is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who will make the world a better place. Girl Scouts of Western Ohio has had a long-standing partnership with CPS schools. In fact, we're in most of your schools, serving girls in a variety of ways, depending on what the girls' needs are, what the families' needs are, and the needs of the schools. There are many ways girls can participate in Girl Scouting. The most known way is the troop. Girls can also go to camp, enjoy program events, and also take part in in-school and after-school programs. Girls can also travel. We have world centers in Switzerland, England, Mexico, Africa, and India. At Girl Scouts, girls lead their own adventure and team up with other girls to choose fun, hands-on activities. She'll be inspired to discover her talents and passions in a safe and supportive all-girl setting. Along the way, she'll also gain important skills in 4 areas that form the foundations of our Girl Scout leadership experience: the outdoors, STEM, entrepreneurship, and life skills. In this slide, I mentioned safe and supportive all-girl settings, and I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on that. This summer, we worked with girls at John P. Parker School through the Summer Scholars Program. We were playing a get-to-know-you game with the girls, and all of a sudden, I saw one of the teachers getting excited. So, of course, I had to walk over and make sure everything was okay. She said, "I think I'm gonna cry," and she covered her face. Now I'm really worried. Why? What happened? She said, "The girl you're working with there, she came to us in 2nd grade. She's been with us 4 years and has been nonverbal, only making sounds. But today, I heard her talking to other girls." This was only our first visit with the girls. But that is the power of that safe and supportive all-girl environment. Let's talk a little bit more about the impact of Girl Scouting on girls. Girls develop a strong sense of self. They display positive values. Girls not only form, but also maintain healthy relationships and seek challenges and learn from setbacks. They also learn to identify and solve problems in their communities. Thank you so much for your time today, and we invite you to join Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts is the best thing that could happen in a young girl's life. I really believe that.
There's always something new you can do, and there's nothing that can stop you from doing it if you want to.
I know that I'm changing the world little bit by little, and a little goes a really long way.
When girls are successful, our society is successful, and we all succeed. So I think that's what's really important for everybody to understand is the power of girls together.
Girl Scouts especially has helped me feel like welcomed.
Girl Scouts is the place where you're always loved, cared for, and it's like family.
I was always the shy kid. It really has changed me. I just feel a lot more outspoken.
Being a Girl Scout has been an incredible experience. It has meant a lot to me just because I've been able to try out so many new things, go outside of my comfort zone, gain life skills. It really has helped me put together this picture of who I want to be and what I want to do.
I enjoyed watching my daughter grow up in Girl Scouts and all the amazing experiences that she had and therefore we had together. To watch her become a leader of other girls who was able to stand up and have courage and confidence to step into leadership roles in college.
It has great tradition, but it also evolves with modern times.
Now we have girls who are earning robotics badges and engineering badges and space science. We have girls going to air camp and coding drones. We have robotics teams of girls only.
You're going to climb mountains, you're going to do a whole lot of things. So I think that Girl Scouts has done the due diligence to open those doors, to open our minds.
Girl Scouts absolutely has given me the courage, confidence, and character to make the world a better place, and I will absolutely continue doing that.
It's a wonderful place to be, and you meet a ton of girls that are just like you bond, and they're just going to be sisters, and you have a long journey ahead of you that you don't know what's coming, but it's going to be amazing.
I will do my best to be honest and fair.
Friendly and helpful, considerate and caring.
Courageous and strong.
And responsible for what I say and do.
Respect myself and others.
Respect authority.
Use resources wisely.
Make the world a better place.
And be a sister to every Girl Scout.
And be a sister to every Girl Scout.
And be a sister to every Girl Scout.
Thank you so much for those kind words. What an amazing breakthrough at CPS's Summer Scholars Program. It is now my honor to introduce Cincinnati School Board Vice President Ryan Messer. Throughout his life, Ryan Messer has been a community leader, volunteer, and grassroots organizer. A passionate neighborhoods champion, he served 2 terms as president of the Over the Rhine Community Council. He also co-founded Future Leaders OTR, a neighborhood youth program that works to teach skills, life skills, leadership, and financial acumen for youth in grades 7 through 12. Messer has received countless awards for his leadership and community service. I am proud to now introduce Board Vice President Ryan Messer.
Good morning. And as a proud girl dad, thank you to the Girl Scouts for all you do for the girls at Cincinnati Public Schools. It is a real honor to be here on behalf of the entire school board to say thank you to all of our community partners, and also let's get fired up for an incredible school year that we have ahead. We have so many exciting partners at Cincinnati Public Schools, and nothing that we do today would be possible without you. I think that quiz at the beginning of today's kickoff really highlighted just how amazing the partnerships are here that support the learning of our children at Cincinnati Public Schools. We are known as a national model for how we educate students, yes, in an urban environment, but frankly, anywhere, because we have engaged communities and surrounded our children with partnerships that help exponentially increase their ability to succeed in life. And we thank you for all those contributions. I think about an organization like ABC that does things to get our kids into the arts, outdoors, on a sports team. These things aren't just good for school, they're good for life. And again, we couldn't do this without our community partners. So as we close out, what has been a little bit of a tumultuous past couple of years in Cincinnati Public Schools and kick off this year live and in person, we just want to say thank you. I'm not just the vice president of the Cincinnati School Board, I'm a proud parent of 2 Cincinnati Public School kids. And being a parent gives me a front row seat to the magic that happens in our classrooms and throughout this district. And I will tell you, it means so much to me as a parent to see all the community partners rallying around our children, not just mine, the other 36,000 that I feel totally responsible for, to make sure that we prepare them for life. And we, again, could not do that without you. So thank you so much. Here's to a great 2021-2022 school year.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Messer, for those kind words and your committed leadership. We are so appreciative. Next up, you may want to get your hands ready to do some poses, because we have Trish Kitchell from the YMCA here to share a few words about their partnership with CPS. Trish Kitchell is the Vice President of Youth Development at the YMCA of Greater Cincinnati and does outreach to strengthen communities around Cincinnati. Here to speak more in depth about their experience is Trish Kitchell.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here this morning. So some of the, I'm going to share various information about our organization and how we're serving not only Cincinnati Public, but also our community. So as we look to the YMCA as an organization, there's various ways that we've been able to serve our communities over the last 18 months. We've focused on food access, emergency child care services for first responders and essential personnel. Also, virtual wellness, making sure folks stay healthy during times when they may not be able to connect with their local organizations, and also making sure that we're responsive to the COVID crisis. We do that through various ways. We look at achievement, relationship, belonging as the key deliverables that we focus on human development. We want to make sure kids are safe around water. We want to make sure that students have the academic support they need to be successful. We want to make sure our athletes and our individuals participating in sports are able to gain skills and confidence in those programs. We want to make sure we support not only adults but also youth in their wellness journeys. We want to make sure our earliest learners are prepared so that when they enter kindergarten, they are successful at school and life. We also want to make sure that our seniors are connected to each other and to organizations that can support them, and that students during the summer months are supported with achievement, to support summer learning loss. Also, we want to make sure that folks have the opportunity to give back to their communities through volunteerism and serving the needs in their community. All this has been made possible through our donors, through our volunteers, through our members, and through our program participants, and we want to thank them for that. So there's various ways that we serve Cincinnati Public Schools currently, and we have even more projects on the horizon, so we're very excited about some of those opportunities. One of the ways that we currently serve some of the Cincinnati Public Schools are through our 21st Century and out-of-school time programs. Our child care programs support working families. We know they need that support and have a safe place for their children to be while they're working, and we are that place in many of the Cincinnati Public School locations. We also want to make sure that students are enriched in that out-of-school time space and that we're supporting learning and that they are successful when they are in the classroom. Another way that we support Cincinnati Public Schools is through resource coordination. We currently have 5 resource coordinators who are actively boots on the ground in their communities, working with their schools to provide amazing services and resources to those families. This past year, we've had one of our resource coordinators at Parker Woods that was able to actually raise funds to help support food access to families in his community and worked very hard during that time to provide resources and supplies that families needed during the pandemic. We also have our Black and Latino Achievers Program where we support first-generation college students to get access to either college or career. We make sure that they're getting various experiences in career clusters so that they can decide where they want to go, what they want to do as they move into adulthood. They're mentored by local business professionals who volunteer their time in order to give students that experience and to learn more about the things that they do with their prospective businesses. And then we also make sure we help those students navigate the college access process and that they're prepared to enter that space. Finally, youth in government is another way that we work with our students. We want to make sure that it exposes them to the systems of government and how to navigate and participate in those actively. Also civic engagement and being active in their communities. And then aligning with, all of that aligns with our Ohio learning standards. So it's a great experience for those. So what does success look like for the YMCA? We want to make sure youth are actively engaged in learning throughout programs that help all students thrive. We want to make sure that kids are safe and that youth are safe in the environments with caring adults who can build into them. And we want to make sure that youth are nourished in healthy spirit, mind, and body. Thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate being able to be here. And if you'd like to know more about us, please check us out at myy.org. Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely wonderful. What great things to hear about the YMCA's partnership with CPS. Now, get those devices out and put on your thinking cap because it's time for our next quiz. Yay! We have prizes for our top 3 winners. Just a reminder that we are looking for the person who correctly answers the most amount of questions the fastest. So get those fingers ready. It is now time to kick off our strategy quiz. Now, this quiz tests how well you have been paying attention to the CPS's strategy refresh. Question number 1. You ready? Okay, here we go. What are the 2 courses CPS will be adding this school year? One more time. What are the 2 courses CPS will be adding this school year? Your options are African American History and American Sign Language, Advanced Calculus and AP Music Theory, Mandarin and Video Production, or Italian and Statistics. Answer now. Think about that. So all great courses, of course. But just give it some thought. We're almost there. Time's up. The correct answer is African American History and Sign Language. CPS is so proud to offer such important courses to our students. These curriculum additions will drastically improve the way our children learn. Now, question number 2. How many tiers of social emotional learning supports are there? How many tiers of social emotional learning supports are there? Your options are 1, 2, 3. It's not tiered, it's laddered. All right, answer now. Think about that. Social emotional learning is so important. So give that some thought. We're there. All right. The correct answer is 3. CPS is committed to ensuring that social emotional learning is happening at all their schools. Question number 3. Which schools will see building expansions thanks to our strategic refresh? Which schools will see building expansions thanks to our strategic refresh? And the options are Dater Montessori, Taft and Silverton, Walnut Hills, Pleasant Ridge, and Hyde Park, Withrow SCPA Spencer Center, Hughes STEM Euler and Riverview East. Answer now. Think about building expansions. Who could that be? Who's there? All right. The correct answer is Walnut Hills, Pleasant Ridge Montessori, and Hyde Park. CPS is dedicated to accommodating the needs of its students. Now, question number 4. At how many high schools will there be a Speak Up, Speak Out collaborative? At how many high schools will there be a Speak Up and Speak Out collaborative? Your choices are 2, 8, 9, or all of them. 2, 8, 9, or all of them. Answer now. Think about that. Speak Up and Speak Out collaborative. How many? All right, time is up. The correct answer is all. Speak Up and Speak Out gives African American students opportunities to share their experiences surrounding racial injustice and inequities. It's also a place for Cincinnati leaders to hear them and discuss how we can empower our young people to effectively create change. Now, our final question. What tool will CPS be rolling out this year, district-wide, for English language learning families to assist with communication from teachers, schools, and the district? Your options are Talking Points, Pinterest, Google Chat, or Babblefish. Answer now. Think about that. It's so wonderful to be able to connect to all of our families. How are we going to do that this year? Time is up. The correct answer is Talking Points. This is a multilingual technology platform that connects families and teachers by using two-way translated communication and personalized content. All right. Well, that wraps up all our quizzes for today, but stay tuned. We will reveal the prize winners at the end of today's event, so just stay with us. Now, up next is a video from Tyron Stallings, Executive Director and founder of DAD Initiative, to talk more about how their partnership with CPS directly influences the future of Cincinnati.
My name is Tyron Stallings. I'm the Executive Director of the DAD Initiative, that's Directing Adolescent Development. We're a 501c3 nonprofit in the greater Cincinnati area, servicing students and families with an ecosystem of programming to ultimately help them all find their way to success. Our partnership with CPS is long-standing and pretty wide-ranging, so I'd like to share a few examples with you briefly. When it comes to school day engagement, I'm proud of the social and emotional progress we made with West High students through our Goal Getters program. Students gained insight into conflict resolution, positive communication, goal setting, and community building. STEAM Fridays at Roselawn was also an awesome experience for students. Through this partnership, we were able to deliver a full day of coding and drone instruction, exposing students to the careers that will define the future of our workforce. Students also gained project management and collaborative experience as they worked in teams to build and code their own robots. Extracurricular opportunities for students delivered after school provide vital exposures that aid in developing well-rounded students. As a former teacher, I understand how critical real-world correlation, mindset, and imagination are to the learning process. After-school programs we facilitated at College Hill, like our Musically Speaking class that teaches English standards through rap music, and our hip-hop chess program that fosters critical thinking, provide not only cultural exposures, but also the opportunity to develop a mindset that finds value in the content that our great teachers provide. Lastly, our work extends beyond the school. The DAD Initiative understands the pitfalls of an idle mind and idle time. In fact, our work began with providing culturally relevant mentoring to African American students through our mentoring brunches that occur on Saturdays. At these events, students are able to engage with male role models from all walks of life. and build friendships that supersede school affiliations and neighborhoods. Participants have toured colleges and museums, heard national speakers, and demonstrated social, emotional, and academic growth. The DAD Initiative is an organization that believes that problems are solved not in silos, but rather through addressing all the factors that detract from student success simultaneously. That's why we've hosted forums to teach parents how to advocate for their students, provided workforce opportunities through our carpentry training program with RWB Construction, and spent time teaching computer literacy to parents ahead of starting our virtual tutoring and enrichment programs. As a product of Cincinnati Public Schools, I'm very proud that my organization is able to partner with the district and the community to help move the needle forward for young people who, without a doubt, have commonality with my walk through education. We encourage schools to reach out if our programs are a good fit. We are here to support. And we are definitely encouraging you all this year and hoping that you have the best school year possible. Take care and good luck.
What fantastic things to say. Thank you again, Tyrone Stallings, and our friends over at the DAD Initiative. Now, we have a special treat in store for all of you here with us this morning. One of our very own students, Akbar Robarantare from Aiken, will be performing Sly and the Family Stone's Everyday People on the keyboard. Please join me and give it up for Akbar. Performance. Give it up. I can't hear you. Come on. By one of CPS's very own students, Akbar Robarantare. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was wonderful. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce the CPS Interim Superintendent, Tiane Amat. Prior to being named Interim Superintendent, Ms. Amat served as CPS Deputy Superintendent, where her responsibilities included supervising directors of school leadership and school principals. She was a former principal at Hyde Park School and was recognized as Administrator of the Year by the Cincinnati Association in 2015 and the Community Builder of the Year by the Hyde Park Neighborhood Council in 2016. Most importantly, Tiana Amat is the woman with the energy, creativity, enthusiasm, and positivity to lead CPS through this exciting and challenging year. Ladies and gentlemen, Interim Superintendent Tiane Amat.
Good morning. That was an amazing performance. Let's give another round of applause to Akbar. Thank you so much. And before I get started, I would like to give a huge shout out to our partners who participated today: the Girl Scouts, the YMCA, and the DAD Initiative. I would be remiss if I left out our fabulous MC, Emmy Award-winning Miss Kathy Wade. She is not only helping us out today, but does so much of the school year here at CPS. Thank you to each of you for all you do in our schools and supporting our students. We couldn't do it without you. And now, hello to all of our CPS community and partners joining us virtually this morning. It is so great to be here with everyone. Thank you for taking out the time in your busy schedule to help us welcome in a new school year. I hope you were able to rest and relax and enjoy some of your favorite things this summer. One of the things I was excited to do was go to the movies. And one of the absolute best movies I saw this summer was Summer of Soul. Did anyone else see it? And if you did, tell me about it in the chat. So let me tell you about this film. It takes place the summer of 1969, after several difficult years of pain, including the assassinations of JFK in 1963, Harlem's first son, Malcolm X, in 1965, Dr. Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy in 1968. Communities were divided, and issues of police brutality and social injustice was felt across our country. But there was an everyday man named Tony Lawrence who wanted to bring back joy and use music to heal the community. Tony was a lounge singer who influenced the mayor of New York, Maxwell House Coffee, and several celebrities to support a cultural music fest in Harlem. This is also the same summer of Woodstock, and I'm sure you have heard of Woodstock. But this festival received no national attention until now. Over 300,000 people attended, and it was hosted incredible performers like Stevie Wonder, Mahalia Jackson, Nina Simone, and Sly and the Family Stone, creators of our theme today, Everyday People. The longer I watched this film, I connected to the current realities of continued injustice, a pandemic that we are currently in, and so many people are hurting and feeling isolated. However, in that same moment, I realized that it will take everyday people to make a difference. It will take everyday people to unite. At CPS, and this includes you, our common goal is to educate our kids. But we are still healing from last year, and to be honest, we're not completely through it yet. As we enter this school year, we are still learning how to trust and how to come together. I believe if we start to heal, we will bring back joy into the workplace and in our classroom. We are each responsible for creating joy. Joy is what keeps us going. I would go so far as to say, joy is what drives our success. A big part of what you do is to create that joy. I see it every time I walk into a classroom, whether it's an improv class, a special lesson in history, math, or science, or it's Miss Kathy Wade helping to teach our kids how to read. Not only to teach them how to read, but how to relish in reading. You are creating joy. In those small moments, they bring us together, and we are changing the lives of children. We are teaching them to dream, teaching them confidence, and teaching them to belong to a community. Now, don't get me wrong. We have serious work to do. We have to accelerate learning. We have to get every child to read. We have to get our graduation rates up. So joy might seem like a lighthearted thing to talk about, but I believe healing and joy will keep us focused on our purpose. You may ask, well, Tiane, how do you know this? Why are you so confident in this? The answer is simple, because I lived it. Everyday people made me who I am today and changed the trajectory of my life. My great-grandmother was a sharecropper in Columbia, South Carolina. She had a primary education, but was the smartest woman that I knew. My grandmother, her daughter, left the South with an 8th grade education to work in Harlem as a domestic. She worked hard to send money back south and took on the added responsibility to help raise me. These women are everyday people who planted the seeds of responsibility and family first in me. As I got older and started school, it was everyday people who invested in me. Let's start with the local bodega. I can hear the man in the front of the store. Mira, mommy, hurry up, you're gonna be late for school. You see, I had 25 cents, and I had to figure out, was I going to get quarter water, sunflower seeds, potato chips, Chico sticks, Nihilators? Big decisions to make. I ran off to school, but that was the lesson that time is important. Being on time is important. When I finally got to school, it was the warm welcome of a crossing guard and my principal that let me know that they were happy to see me, even though I was in the principal's office the day before. It was teachers who did not give up on me, even though I struggled as a reader my entire elementary school career. And don't forget the importance of after-school and enrichment programs. My favorite was Double Dutch. I remembered to be grateful for the little things and always have fun when it's hard. I carry all of these things, all of these experiences with me today. I stand here before you as the great-granddaughter of a sharecropper who is the first to graduate from college. It was everyday people who taught me how to deal with adversity with grace and a clear purpose. And it's the small things. Let me share this video with you. I still got it. It's the small things. Every time I jumped Double Dutch, this was right before the pandemic, I went on a self-help care getaway, and we hiked and we played Double Dutch, and those are reminders of everyday people who made a difference in my life. These small interactions that help me stay on track, and that's what you do, your organizations do every single day. I'm going to ask you to bring in the minds of the students that you have impacted in a positive way. That's creating joy. Whether you're in a classroom, or in our buildings, or in a community health center, whether you're helping with after-school programs and field trips and athletics and extracurriculars. If you're in our neighborhoods and encouraging our students to be on time, just like my local bodega, you are making a difference. You are bringing joy into the lives of kids. As our partners, you are helping us heal, and joy will strengthen our purpose. Just look how much we accomplished this last year during the pandemic. Summer Scholars has such an awesome impact on our kids with enrichment and programs. We kept our health centers open to provide access to our communities. We continued mentoring and tutor programs virtually, all while smiling. I saw kindness and patience and celebrations. If we can do that, we can do anything. This includes our strategic plan, which removes barriers through equity and anti-racism. We will work with each of our students to master on-grade level work. We will accelerate learning. We will find new and affirming ways for our students to see themselves and other cultures in their learning. We've added new curriculum, African American literature and history, and American Sign Language. We are adding social, emotional learning and social justice standards to our ELA curriculum. You see, our students are brilliant. They come to the classroom with gifts. We will build on those assets because race and economic status should never determine a child's destiny in life. We have come full circle. This takes me back to where I started this morning with the movie I saw over the summer, Summer of Soul. The events of that summer are more than 5 decades old, but still relevant today. For us, here this morning, on the brink of a brand new school year, CPS and our community and our partners, together we will heal, we will laugh, we will accomplish great things, incredible things, and we will do it by returning to joy. We will seek out and create moments that inspire us and keep us going. And it's not someone else who's going to make that happen. It is us, everyday people. So I thank you today for joining us from the bottom of my heart. Please know how grateful we are for the partnerships and the community. You are making an awesome impact on students, staff, and our families. On behalf of CPS, we say thank you.
Thank you. That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, thank you for that inspiring speech. Your story demonstrates the importance of everyday people in each of our lives. Now it is time for the moment many of you have been waiting for. Prizes! Here are our top 3 winners of our quizzes. These individuals answered at lightning fast pace and truly deserve a prize for their knowledge. Let me see our final leaderboard. Boom, 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 boom. That's the music. All right, here we go. In 3rd place, we have Andrea. In 2nd place, we have Kelsey Goins. And our 1st place winner is Michelle. Big round of applause. These winners can expect an email from our staff in the CPS Communications Department on how to receive their awesome prizes. Congratulations once again to those individuals, and thank you to everyone for playing along. We greatly appreciate it. Now, thank you all again for attending this event. Your partnership with CPS is extremely important. Thank you to our speakers from the YMCA, Girl Scouts of Western Ohio, and the DAD Initiative. Thank you to the board vice president, Ryan Messer, and to our interim superintendent, Tiana Amont. Thank you to Dr. Rudnick and the CPS Middle School Jazz Academy who opened the program, and Akbar for his incredible song. And a very big thanks to everyone who helped put this event together, including all of you. Your partnership is the reason we get to put these events on. Our program is concluded, and to close us out, I'm going to kick it back over to Dr. Rudnick over at the Kennedy Heights Arts Center. I want to thank you and wish that you have a great rest of your day. Take it away, CPS Jazz Academy. Thank you.